The 2012 Silkway Rally heading away from the capital of Russia, Moscow, through Volgograd and ending up 6 days later on the Black Sea coast. Well, yesterday we saw the first of the dunes, and as expected they caused major problems for a number of the competitors. Recent dry weather had made them even softer than expected. Car control and especially reading the sand was critical. Some would be lucky, many would have to stop and shovel, building sandcastles in the middle of nowhere, desperately trying to escape its clutches. For some, however, the return to the bivouac would be swift, but more than 15% of yesterday's starters would not be at the starting line today. For Kamaz, it was relatively straightforward. The drivers brought the blue machines home for the mechanics to clean, service and prepare for another day. With no real damage, they could enjoy sunset in the bivouac at Volgograd. Most of the cars had fared much worse than the Blue Monsters. The real rally raid heroes would be working long into the night, unsung and unmentioned. Leg 3 represents the middle of the rally as competitors head to Elista in a planned 487-kilometre special stage. The voyage out for Volgograd is a real marathon, and this is their destination, Elista, locally known as Chess City. It's a popular pastime in Russia, and Elista held the 33rd Chess Olympics. It's also home to the biggest Buddhist statue in Europe, completed in 2005 after being commissioned by the Dalai Lama. It's received worldwide attention. Well, despite the scorching temperatures here in Soviet Central Asia, today did not start dry. Heavy rain has been in the news, not just in Great Britain, but across most of Russia. And today it arrived on the Silkway route. That means the stage would have to be shortened and postponed. The early start put back till after lunch. Competitors then would find themselves facing just 275 tough kilometres. Biggest shock of the day, that would come with the departure of Finland's Tony Gardemeister. A crash after just 38 kilometres destroyed his Mitsubishi, and the Finn was helicoptered to hospital complaining of back pain. Transmission problems halted Ronan Chabot's SMG buggy within 100 kilometres of the start. The car is an old chassis with a new and untested engine, so this perhaps might have been expected, but it would cost the Frenchman any chance of a win. The leader of the rally coming in today, Lucio Alvarez, soon found himself stationary in the sand, and it took the Argentine about an hour to recover. But at least the Toyota would make it through to the finish of the day, albeit with no chance of victory come Friday. It was to be a tough day for the Toyotas, as Alvarez teammate Jérôme Pélichet also struggled. He got stuck twice in deep sand, dropping 20 minutes to Christophe Lavey. Such was the difficulty of this stage, however, that he stayed second in the overall rankings and survives to fight on to head to the finish. Miroslav Zapetal, the Czech, had a consistent day in the Hummer. He finished in 6th place, and with the demise of some of his front-running rivals, he's moved up to 4th place overall, just behind Pélichet and Russia's Gadassin. It's a tough battle, with Matthias Kahler of Germany also within 30 seconds of the 3rd place spot. The G-Force star of the day once again was Ukraine's Vladimir Vassiliev. This time he started at the front, but he was slow through passage control 1. He strengthened there in the second part of the stage to once again grab second. He's overall second place, 4.5 hours back. So for the second day running, it was Frenchman Christian Lavey who won the stage ahead of his rivals, many of whom already have little chance of a win. Showing his experience, the 46-year-old has taken the lead of the rally by 10 minutes, and the Dessous driver was awarded a traditional Kalmyki hat worn by the locals.
La navigation n'était pas facile et je suis content parce que...
Well, the navigation wasn't easy, he said, especially when you're opening the stage. Especially with the rain, you couldn't see even the tracks that the stage opening had left. It's not so much of an issue in the sand because, of course, we're navigating on the compass then, but you've got to avoid the soft stuff, find a fine line. So my navigator was sharp, me too, but we're only halfway through, so we'll have to see. Only halfway through indeed, but Christian Lavey has a lead of over 2.5 minutes over G-Force's Ukrainian star Vassiliev. The SMG buggy in 3rd place might be a challenge if things speed up, going quickly through the end of the day. Pélichet second in the overall rankings, Gadassin in 3rd for G-Force behind Lavey. All placed in the overall rankings. Toyota number 116 has made a good start to the event. A pleasant surprise for a rookie in the car, navigator Xavier Panseri, who normally co-drives Cyprien Bouffier in IRC. Jérôme is a great instructor for me, says Xavier. He's giving me so much information, a chance for me really to learn from an experienced racer. He's teaching me everything about what is a brand new discipline for me, because as far as rally rates, I'm just like a newborn baby.
Je suis décalé maintenant. On a un cap moyen de 300 normalement, on y est dessus.
En rallye classique, on a une instrumentation qui est juste une instrumentation.
In traditional rallies, we've only got a few technical instruments which give us data about the car, oil temperature, oil pressure, speed, water temperature, and so on. Here, though, the instrumentation much more complex. We've got 2 trip masters, 2 GPS supplied by the organisers. And for me, using all of this is totally new.
Bien sûr, ça m'aide le rallye traditionnel pour les pointages.
Of course, you know, some of the habits you pick up in traditional rallying still help. They certainly help with the logistics of this kind of event.
La lecture du terrain, moi, je connais
pas. But once you get into the stages in the car, I've got to learn everything. Reading the map, reading the stages, preparing the road books. And so, of course, I don't know anything about any of that. But of course, I got Eugénie Decré, Jérôme's former co-driver. She's been a big help, showing me how to prepare the road books, which is critical. Well, he's asking about, it's written danger with 2 small pluses. What does that mean? Is it danger 3 or danger 2? No, it's not danger 3, because that means you have to go really, really slowly. It's danger 2, but take it easy.
virage par virage.
Traditional rallies, you know, metre by metre, turn by turn, how fast you can go. So Xavier, here it's completely different. You're just discovering the track as you come on it. It's interesting, but it's frustrating as well, because as a traditional co-driver, I know that we could go faster, maybe, you know, on some stages. Here you don't know, because you don't know what's around the next turn. And afterwards I say to myself in my head, oh, we could have gone quicker there, but of course it's blind, so you never know.
Mince, ça passait plus vite.
On reste sur la piste principale de toute façon. Il faut que je trouve un point pour me recaler. À gauche. Ouais, ok, c'est bon.
Well, Pantieri hopes to be learning right up to the finish line. MAN team boss Peter Verslijs had a good early part of the day in his truck. He grabbed second at the second passage control, ahead of teammate Alice Lopre. But come the end of the test, he had lost 26 minutes to the winner. In the Kamaz battle, both Sotnikov and Shibalov got involved in the tussle for the lead. But by the end, it was once again the cream that rose to the top. Ariat Mardeev taking third, but dropping 13.5 minutes behind his teammate. Perhaps more now important than that, he is also behind Alice Lopre. Well, the Czech, it seems, has never been happier in rally raiding. He struggled over the years with an uncomfortable Tatra. Now he's loving the comfort and the speed of his MAN. He's still not 100% comfortable in the truck. And today he was unable to fully take the fight to the Kamaz trio. And so the stage winner again was Eduard Nikolaev. Having taken victory on stage one, today he won by 5.5 minutes to extend his lead at the head of the table to 13. But he will need to keep on pushing, with Lopres and Mardeev both chasing hard.
Погодные условия. Для нас они не страшны.
Well, Eduard's saying we're not afraid at all of the weather. We train in all weather conditions all year long. Snow, rain, sun, heat. So maybe it even helped us a little. But today, no, we weren't worried. We were driving flat out. We had a good race. The stage was interesting. Some tricky navigation, but it was great also to enjoy the beautiful landscape here in the Kalamiki. So Nikolaev faster through the stage by 5.5 minutes over Alice Lopre, Mardeev in third. And that sees the overall rankings with Nikolaev still the leader, nearly 13 minutes ahead of Alice Lopre. And Mardeev is just half a minute behind him, with Verslijs in fourth. And that is it for stage 3 of this year's Silkway.